top-notcher. So she knows what she's doing. No, so nakakatulog daw sila. It's boring. It's kinda boring daw. Natin alam. Okay, so don't worry guys because I will explain it to you mas maganda ang way. So, talagang nag-enjoy kami sa class. Ang tagal natapos namin sa sa soil genesis kasi super enjoy namin. Para mas, mag-retain talaga siya, malagay talaga sa utak ang pinag-uusapan. At, nag-lecture tayo. Okay, so let me share to you my screen. So for tonight, our discussion, it will be the posters. We will check the posters that we have last yesterday. No, I gave to you 100 items quiz exam on the concept, genesis, and physical properties of soil. Okay, so this is the posters, and I want you to have your answers there, and we will check it. And whoever got the highest score, then congrats. Okay, so number one, let's check. Sabi dito, the question number one is the relative distribution of soil separates in a soil mass is called soil texture. So, what do you mean? Pag tinanong dito, you will see like that, mga questions like, mga statements. So, tinatanong niya dyan kung alin ba dyan ang tama doon sa binigay na statement doon sa questions. We have the relative distribution of soil separates in a soil mass is called soil texture. So tinatanong niya alin diyan yung soil texture. Okay? We have letter A, soil texture refers to the abundance of stones. B, soil texture changes easily with poor methods of cultivation. Letter C, soil textures improve by adding organic fertilizers. Letter D, soil texture is the arrangement of soil particles. And letter E, sand, silt, and clay are soil separate. So the correct answer here is letter E. Okay, the correct answer is letter E. So, ang ibig sabihin ng soil textures are the separates of sand, silt, and clay. Okay? Number two, the question is the upper diameter size limit or mm or millimeter of clay particles. So what is the upper diameter size limit of, so this is used by US measurement. Okay, so the upper diameter size limit of clay particles is letter D. It's 0.002 millimeter. Okay, number three, this is the correct answer. It's letter D. Number three, the upper diameter size limit of silt particles. So tinatanong ngayon, what is the diameter size limit of silt particles? So pag sinabi mong silt particles, mas malaki-laki pa siya sa clay particles. So that is letter C, 0.02 millimeter. So that is silt particles. So pagdating naman sa sand, no, pagdating sa sand, so it is pagdating sa sand, the measurement is 0.2. Okay, so this is sand. Okay, this is sand, and then we have 2, which is for stones. Okay. Number 4, particles larger than 2 millimeter in size are what we call stones. So they are stones. The correct answer here is letter B. Okay. It's 2 millimeter in size. Okay. Next is number 5. Okay. Number 5, in viscous medium, okay, in a viscous medium, the rate of settling is affected by particle size and temperature of medium. So what do you mean by viscous medium? A viscous, it is a combination of sand, silt, and clay. So nagkakaroon ng combination or mixture of sand, silt, okay? So, and clay. So ano daw yung rate of settling nila by particle size? So the correct answer here is letter C, okay? It is at the same temperature. Okay, they are at the same temperature. the rate of settling of silt is faster than clay particles. Okay, so the silt is more better than clay particles. That's why viscous medium is used to grow a crops or vegetable crops.
Lowland.
Okay? Oh, yung mga lowland. Okay? Pwede din sa mga ano as long as it is cultivated and it has a higher silt, yung sa magawa ka ng plat, yung mag-ano ka ng mga petchay, mustasa, so that is also a viscous medium. Okay? Next, we have number 6. Number 6, soil texture refers to the coarseness of or fineness of a soil. So it is a soil texture refers to the coarseness or fineness. Okay? So alin ba sa mga choices na to ang tama? So the correct answer here is letter A. Sand is gritty. When you talk about gritty, it's rough. Okay? Pag di ba hinawakan mo yung sand, it's like rough and then it's like a floor. Okay? So that is sand is gritty. Silt is not sticky. Clay is sticky. Okay? So ang silt is a coarse. Okay? And sand, clay is a fine. Ayun. Sand is smooth. Okay? Yeah. So, di ba sinabi ni Ma'am yung characteristics niya nung nakaraang discussion. Number 7, many soil properties and characteristics are affected by soil texture. So, the correct answer here is letter D, no? Clay soil is chemically more reactive than sandy soil. Di ba sinabi ni Ma'am doon that clay soil are more active when it comes to chemical component than sandy soil. Why? Because clay soil is compacted because of the soil water, the entry of the infiltration of soil water and the soil air in the sa lupa, sa soil. So that will activate or reactivate the chemical component inside the soil. Ganon. So that's why a clay has a more or greater, a more active chemical components. Okay, number 8. The soil texture class wherein the coarseness of sand, the smoothness of silt, and the stickiness of clay are manifested in almost equal proportion in a soil mass. So the correct answer here is letter D. What is the term that will give you answer loam? Loam is equal proportion and can be used equal sand, equal silt, and equal clay. Okay, that can be used for tawag dyan, growing vegetables, crops, kasi yun ang gusto-gusto nila di ba? Equal sand, silt, and clay. So that is loam. That is good for growing a vegetables. Number 9, in relation to crop production, sandy soils are known to be. The correct answer here is letter D. Okay, so sandy soil is easy to. What's that? Okay, sorry. Hala. My God. Okay, sandy soil is easy to cultivate. No, it's easy to cultivate. Ay even basa siya, even it's dry or wet, it's easy to cultivate. No, that is the characteristic of sandy soil. Okay? Sandy soil is not in crop production not droughty, slightly. Okay, masabi natin slightly droughty. And then fertile. Hindi man natin sa mga fertile. Okay, and then difficult to drain. It's not difficult to drain, it's clay. And low infiltration rate, hindi naman, it's slightly. Okay, so the correct answer is easy to cultivate. Number 10, in relation to crop production. So we are talking about the crop production, okay? In relation to crop production, clayey soils are known to be. Clayey naman tinatanong. Kanina it's sandy, but now it's clayey. Clayey soils is known to be as fertile than sand. No, it is fertile than sand. Always remember that clay soils are fertile than sand. Why is it fertile? because the nutrients, the macro and micronutrients is still in the clay soil, in the soil. When it's clay, no, it's still in the soil. It's preserving, no, it's preserving the nutrients, no, in the clay soil. So that's why it is more fertile than sand. Okay, kasi yung characteristic kasi ng sand, it is high in infiltration rate and high in it's drafty. Ibig sabihin madali siyang madrain, no? Madali siyang mag-infiltrate yung water, no? So it cannot become fertile. Okay? So number 11, the physicists who formulated the law governing the rate of settling of particles in viscous medium is also known as Stokes. So what law is that? It is Stokes law.
Stokes law.
What is the law of Stokes? So what is Stokes law? Ano yung nakalagay doon na na quote? Anong nakalagay doon na quote sa Stokes law? Who can still remember that? Sabi ni ma'am, yung Stokes law. Ma-remind niyo pa ba yon yung Stokes law? Ano nakalagay doon? Na may quote doon eh. If you can still remember, ang nakalagay doon na quote, hindi nyo na ma-remember? Ang nakalagay doon, the more na mabigat, okay, the more na heavy ang isang tao dyan. Hanapin ko yun ha. Hanapin ko man na yan. Sabi dito, ay hindi ko pala na-send yung yung physical properties na file. Kaya pala. Let me see here. Kasi important yun eh. That will give you the principles and to remind you about kung ano ibig sabihin ng ng Stokes law. Oh, saan ba yun? Where's that Stokes law? Stokes law, magpakita ka na. Saan ba yun? Hanapin ko muna ha. Stokes law. Where's that Stokes law? Ayan. Wala kayo na-remember sa sinabi ni ma'am about Stokes law? Wala siguro yan sila na-remember. Okay, about Stokes law. Stokes law. Okay. Hanapin ko muna yun. Kasi importante yun eh. Dapat malaman yung principles nun para dapat malaman niyo yung principles nun. Okay, this one. Sabi doon, the bigger they are, the faster they fall. Yun ang sabi sa Stokes law. Okay, the bigger they are, the faster they fall. So, ibig sabihin niyo na talaga naintindihan ang sinabi, ang lecture ni ma'am, no? Ang lecture ni ma'am Hazel. Okay? So, sabi doon sa sa Stokes law, the bigger they are, the more it fall. So ibig sabihin, the faster they fall. So ibig sabihin, pag mapagbibigat, the more na mafo-fall siya. And then the formula for that is we have ano yung formula doon? It's velocity is equals to k d raised to the power of 2. So that is constant diameter of the particles, millimeter. Yun. Velocity is equals to k d and then raised to the power of 2. Okay? So that is velocity. The more it is bigger, the faster they fall. Ganon. Diba? Pag mabigat yung paninindigan mo na mahal mo siya, mas the more kang mafo-fall in love sa kanya. So, ganon. Ay, sorry. So, that is Stokes law.
Hindi siguro.
Ha? Kasi, yeah, mafo-fall ka man talaga if you have bigger love. Ganon. Diba? Diba, Eric? Ganon. Na the more bigger your love is, the more you fall. Oh. Okay. Next is number 12. Soil texture influences property that directly affects plant growth. Okay, the correct answer here is letter A. So the coarse textured soils have lower nutrient supplying capacity than fine texture soils. Sabi niya dito, yung coarse texture soils daw, ano ba yung coarse texture soils? Yung rough type na coarse, malalaki-laking bato, okay? Soils have lower nutrient. So mababa ang nutrient supplying capacity, okay, than fine texture soils. Kasi nga yung fine texture soils, example nila is clay, no? Clay soils. So they are what we call this fertile, no? They have higher nutrient supply than coarse texture. Example ng coarse texture na soils, we have sand. No, sand is a coarse texture, so it has a lower nutrient, so it is infertile. Okay, it is infertile. We have number 13, characteristic feel of sand separates when rubbed in between the fingers is. So ano daw yung characteristics when you're going to rub the sand separates gamit ang yung fingers? So the correct answer here is letter A, because the sand is gritty. No, it's pretty. It's gritty. You know what's gritty? Pag ginawakan nyo, it's like it's coarseness. No, it's rough type, ganon, pero it's like a floor. Okay, ganon. So pag smooth, hindi siya smooth because ang smooth is we have silt. Okay? Hindi din siya sticky. Sticky is we have sticky, we have clay. Pag powdery, that is silt. Okay, pag plastic, that is clay. Yun. Pag meron kayong friend na hindi agriculture, let's say agriculture, pero hindi na naman alam talaga masyado sa soils, no? Tapos masyado siyang plastic sa'yo. Hindi mo kayang ma-express, ano ka ba ang plastic mo? Ganun, sabihin mo na lang, you are so clay. Yan. Ano ka ba? Napaka-clayy mo. So pag clayy, it means that plastic.
Not directly.
Oo, para hindi, ang tawag dyan sa amin, yung parang backbiter. You're a backbiter. So, hindi mo siya ma-direct na masabi na you are plastic. Sabihin mo na you're so clayey. At least na-express mo yung sarili mo na she is plastic. Ganon. Hindi mo masabi ang word na plastic. So, you say clayey or clay. Ganon. Number 14, generally, fine texture soils are characterized as soils with, yung mga fine texture soils. Example ay, we have clay soils, no? So meaning, a fine texture soils, its example is clay soils, it has a high ability to supply plant nutrients. Kasi, yung nutrients, yung macro and micronutrients in the soil is compacted and it is preserving in the soil. Kasi clay yun di ba? It is compacted. So hindi na-drain, hindi na percolate, hindi na percolate, walang percolation happening or infiltration happening in the soil. So that will destroy the formation of the soil. No, the clay will compact it and then will remain preserve the nutrients. So it can supply a high ability to supply plant nutrients. Okay? So hindi din pwede na so, sabi ni sir high ability to supply plant nutrients yung clay. So ipatubo ko pala yung pag itatanim ko pala yung plants ko doon sa clay, mag-grow talaga siya, matataba. Actually, that's true, pero it's compacted. The roots cannot breathe. Okay, cannot breathe because of the fine texture and compacted. There's no pores kung saan dadaan ang roots. No? So, ang nangyari ngayon, so hindi makakahinga yung roots, so it cannot be grow taller. So, and hindi siya tataba. Though the nutrients are there, no, but still you need another characteristics of another type of soils. Okay? So, that's why no, hindi lahat clay ang gagamitin. You can put actually ganito yung dapat ang ganito kayo dapat pag maglalagay kayo sa sako, magtatanim kayo ng plants, no? Example, magtatanim kayo ng yung mga rooted plants, may yung rooted yung parang ang daming roots, yung roots talaga na plants, no? Example, we have talong, kamatis, ano pa ba? Tatanim ka ng atsal, ganon. Sa sako, ilalagay mo sa sako. You are doing urban gardening. No, ang gagawin mo is sa baba ilagay mo yung clay soil. Okay? Sa baba mo ilagay yung clay soil and then followed by silt sa taas and then sand na yung sa taas. Pwede yung ganon. Okay? Kasi pag sa taas yung sand soil, pag iano mo yung water, pagbuhos mo ng water, no, it's fastly drained. No, directly doon na yan siya mapupunta sa silt soil. So the next level is the silt soil. So doon na yun siya mag-stock yung water. Hindi kasi inay-inay yun magdi-drain eh. Kasi yung silt soil kasi it is slightly draining or infiltrating pababa. Okay, so doon yun siya and then aabot doon, re-reach out yung water doon sa clay sa baba, so it will stack there. Okay, it will stack the nutrients there. Kuha ninyo ako. That's why it is better to have clay sa baba, then silt sa gitna, and then followed sa top is you have the sand soil. Have you seen like yung mga nagpa-plant ng succulent na nilalagay lang nila doon sa dish na yung parang sa dish gardening, yon sa dish gardening. What they are doing, they are putting clay soil sa baba and then hindi yung hindi naman yung yung wet type na talaga clay soil, yung medyo din siya, medyo pudpud din na clay ganun. And then they put clay soil and then followed by silt, yun na gagawa nilang and then lalagyan nila ng sand. Kasi yung sand pwede yun as parang pang plain or uniformly, parang standardization ba? Baga, maganda tignan yung plants mo. Yun, that's how you are going to to grow if you want to make it more presentable. Okay? And then mas maganda ang tubo ng yung plants. Okay? So, if you are doing also plat, that is only applicable if you are doing urban gardening. Pero if you are doing plat, yung magpa-plat ka talaga ng 3x10, gano'n, or 2x10, gano'n, na diameter, okay, na area, 10x10, no, ang gagawin mo is, syempre, magbubungkal ka, so wala namang clay dun sa baba, no, it's, you know what, pag tumatagal yung horizon level ng soil is, naabutan yun, may clay na yun dun sa baba. So what are you going to do is to cultivate the organic material doon sa topmost layer ng organic material and the minerals doon sa topmost layer, which is the horizon A and the horizon O. Di ba? Topmost layer doon sa soil. So, plat, kaya nga kinocultivate mo siya. Then right afterwards, you can put mulch, you can make mulching. Okay, you can put rice straw doon sa taas. Okay, for organic purposes na for weed weeding management, hindi matubo ng mga weeds. And also can be used to pag mainit ang panahon masyado, no? Pag mainit ang panahon masyado, pag nilagay mo kasi ng water doon, yung moisture content ay mag-stay. Mag-stable yung moisture content because of that mulching. Okay? So, because of the rice straw. Kasi ang rice straw kasi can sip water and then preserve the water inside. So, pag kahit mainit ang panahon, so yung soil sa baba, kung saan nagma-mulching ka, stay moist. No? Basa pa rin siya. So, kahit masyadong malakas ang init, o malakas talaga yung init. And then, you can also use, ngayon iba lang ginagamit nila, they are using plastic mulching. So, are you familiar with plastic mulching? It is practices now, modern practices now sa farming. No, makita ninyo ang ganda tignan talaga sa farm na they are using plastic mulching. Mahal yun eh. It's very expensive. If you
Tama.
cannot afford that, you can use rice straw naman. You can use rice straw. No, pwede nyo hingiin sa basakan yan eh. Sa
Ginagamit lang siya pang high value crops.
yes, alin?
Mulching.
Mulching.
Mulching, high
Sir,
value
maganda.
crops. What do you mean by high value crops?
High
Give
value
me
like
crops that has a high value.
broccoli. Cauliflower.
Pwede. Pwede
Strawberry.
din. What type of mulching you are talking about to use for high value crops? Kasi we have
Normally,
traditional we use organic mulching, that is by the use of rice straw. Now they are using synthetic, like examples, plastic mulching. Ganon. Which one? Kasi nakikita ko ngayon sa mga farm, they are using plastic mulching. Have you seen like plastic mulching, yung
yes, siya yung binubutas yun eh.
binubutas, di ba?
Mahabang plastic
Sabi
ay
nila-
garbage bag. Mahabang
Garbage bag yon.
Hindi sir, ano yan? Naka-roll yun, dire-diretso yun. Medyo mahal din yung
Hindi
ganun.
yun siya garbage bag. That is plastic,
Pero ganun yung style niya. Ganun yung
Ha?
kulay niya. Ganun yung
Parang,
kulay niya.
parang mukhang garbage bag na kulay
Oo.
itim.
Pero nabibinat
Ulit-ulit.
yun, sir. It's
Ganun yung stretchable. So, actually, maganda din siya gamitin para to prevent the, ano tawag dyan? To
Sa mga
prevent the
weeds.
weeds. That is weed management. Pero, also makikita mo din yung mga pest doon, yung mga insekto na papasok. Pero it will really affect the nitrogen cycle sa soil. It really affect the nitrogen cycle in the soil because the chemical component of that plastic is can be greatly affected the nitrogen fixation. So it may kill the bacteria that we have Rhizobium leguminosum. Yan. It will really affect the rhizobium bang term natin, no? Rhizobium leguminosum. Okay. Rhizobium leguminosum, it will really affect the nitrogen fixation. So, hindi din siya maganda na laging gagamitin yung plastic mulching. Sometimes we all need to use organic mulching kasi to preserve the nitrogen fixation. Kasi importante yun eh. Kasi may possibility that it can become it can be resulted to acidity, parang ganon. For me lang. Okay, that's hindi ko pa talaga siya nabasa masyado, pero in my own observation, there is a greatly effect on that talaga, plastic mulching. Kasi nga kahit nagi-greenhouse tayo, 'di ba? Pag nagi-greenhouse tayo or white house, actually dalawa 'yan eh. We have greenhouses and white houses. Are you familiar with greenhouses and white houses? Yung greenhouses, ito yung building na tinatakpan nila ng kulay green. Okay, meron din tayo yung white houses na it's like a building na tinatakpan nila ng white na plastic. Ano yun? Basta may net kasi yan sila nilalagay. So they have different component of temperature. Okay, pag green yung ginamit mo, sa loob, fresh yan, sa loob. Fresh. Pero it will really great affected affect the climate and the biodiversity. Pero pag white yung ginamit mo, no, mataas yung there's a high temperature sa loob. Tulad ng sino ba nakapunta ng ng Benguet, yung meron silang white houses, tapos sa loob ang daming cactus, ang daming succulents. 'Di ba ang ginagamit nila is white na plastic
Oo, sir, white.
o white kasi 'di ba pagpasok mo doon medyo mainit. Oh, 'di ba
Mm-mm.
mainit kasi preserve nila yung init sa loob. Kasi yung
Ah.
cactus at succulent kasi kailangan niya yung init na climate. So that's why kasi we know naman talaga sa Benguet malamig, right? Sa Baguio, malamig 'yan. So when the fog's coming, no, so magkakaroon ng pag walang ganun, walang white houses, so magbabother yung tawag dun, yung climate, yung atmospheric air, tsaka soil air ng ng succulents doon. So they put it in a white house building, white house effect, ganon. So the purpose of that white house effect is to maintain the high temperature inside. Example, mainit yung panahon. So yung temperature sa loob, parang sinisigop yun eh. Sinisigop. Tapos pinipreserve yung init doon. Tapos para kung dumating si foggy, no, magfa-fogs, yung sa loob hindi maaapektuhan because it is composed of high temperature. Yun. Sino ba nakapasok na sa mga ganyan?
Ako,
Sir,
sir.
pumasok ako sa cactus.
Oo. Sa White House, sino nakapasok na?
Ako, sir.
Ako, sir,
White House, sir,
madami
ngayon
sa
sa
school.
American, sir, White House.
White
Iba
house.
yun! Si
Yes, sir,
Jenaline.
nakapasok
Oo,
na ako dyan,
sir.
sir.
Oo. Ano yung ma-observe ninyo kung pumasok kayo sa greenhouse tsaka sa White House effect? May iba-ibang di ba, temperature.
Mainit.
Oo, sir.
Mainit talaga pag nasa White House effect ka. Pero pag pumunta ka sa greenhouse effect, yung parang greenhouse, yung green talaga, yung totoong greenhouse effect, yung green building talaga yung may green na plastic, tapos may nilalagay ata sila na net sa loob. Net una nilalagay nila. It's not a regular net. It's
Oo,
a
dalawang
garden
klase
net.
po yun.
Oo, pero kulay green siya. Tapos nilalagyan din nila ng plastic na kulay green. Okay?
Oo,
Tapos nilalagay nilang roof na kulay green to make the temperature cool sa loob. Meaning, hindi masyadong mainit, hindi masyadong malamig. Ganon. So it is only applicable sa mga crops na, example, sa pechay, repolyo, yung mga ganon, pwede naman dun tanim niya. Kasi it makes the climate, cool, chill sa loob. Okay? Ganun yun. That's the purpose of that. Sino nakapasok ng greenhouse?
Ako, sir.
What did you observe?
Like you said.
Parang ganun talaga. Si Eric, nakapasok ka na, Eric?
Oo, sir, marami sa school namin. Greenhouse, White House.
Oh, di ba? May iba-ibang purpose sila, right?
Opo.
Oh.
Yung sa White
Lumabas
House,
yun ha?
dun sa White House, almost mga lettuce.
Correct.
Ibang klase ng lettuce. Tapos sa
Okay.
greenhouse naman, mga
Are they
melon
doing
din.
hydroponics?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hydroponics sa White House.
Pag hydroponics ang ginawa dun sa lettuce, it can be sa White House talaga yung nilalagay.
Mainit.
Kasi yung water alone is, you know what? What is the reason why sa oven kailangan meron kang parang water ata yun nilalagay sa baba? Kasi sa hatchery machine. Are you familiar with hatchery machine? Nilalagyan namin ng water sa baba. Stock namin ng water, at least in the Tupperware namin nilalagay yung water para to regulate the temperature inside. So that's why ipinapasok namin talaga yung pag lettuce, it can be grow in a White House. Kasi yung water, yung hydroponics, yung water, kahit masyado mainit doon sa loob ng White House, yung water is parang nineneutral niya yung climate doon. Gets niyo ako? That's the purpose of the water there.
Yes, sir.
Mm-mm. Kasi pag ilalagay ninyo yung lettuce doon sa greenhouse effect, no, may possible na lata ba yung pang fleshy type na
Laylay.
maglalaylay yung lettuce. So mas maganda talaga pag ilagay siya sa White House. Ayun. So do you want to share your experience? Charot. Kahit ganun lang, maano nyo na yun eh. Maano nyo na agad, ma-analyze nyo na, this is the ano pala, difference between greenhouse and White House. Ganon. Sino nakakita ng yellow house? Sino nakakita ng yellow house? Wala pa?
Wala pa, sir.
Kung gusto mong magkahepa, pumasok ka sa yellow house. O so, kung gusto maghepa, pumasok ka sa yellow house. Next, you have number 15. Which of these soils has the most rapid percolation rate? So the correct answer is loamy sand. Okay? Loamy sand, it means that loamy, no, equal percentage of sand, silt, and clay. Pag sinabi mong loamy sand, ibig sabihin mataas yung kanyang percentage ng ibig sabihin loamy yung sa baba, tapos sa taas is sand. Ganon. Or it's either loamy sa taas, tapos sa baba it's sand. Ganon. So that is, sandy loam, iba din po yung sandy loam. Okay? Pag sandy loam, it has, hindi siya rapid percolation. Though it has a rapid percolation, but the most is, loamy sand. Okay? It's a loamy sand. Most rapid percolation. Next, we have number 16. Which of these soils has the slowest drainage rate? Mahina yung kanyang drainage rate. So it should be letter D. Bakit? Because clay has a lot of pores. It has a lot of mini pores. Marami siyang pores na maliliit. Yon. It has a lot of pores, no, dun dadaanan yun doon, tapos maliliit lang kasi yun. So pag nadaanan, so mapupuno, so it will compact. Okay? 17. Number 17. The color of a soil indicates some chemical conditions. O, ito na tanong dito kung alin sa mga choices na to ang tama. Ito lumabas ito sa board exam. Okay? Number 17, the correct answer here is letter C. Okay? Talagang ganito yung it's copy-paste talaga yung pagkagawa sa board exam na question na choices tsaka question. So, the correct answer here is letter C. Why? Reddish color indicates that the soil is highly weathered. So pag highly weathered ang isang soil, it becomes reddish color. So para siyang rich in iron and magnesium. Okay? So yun. Number 18, the color of a soil indicates some chemical conditions. The correct answer here is letter E. Okay? Reddish color indicates high content of iron oxide. Na yung sinabi ko kanina, na once the soil is highly weathered, it means that it has a high iron oxides content and magnesium content. No? Di ba pag gumagawa kayo ng balon, yung balon ba, yung bubon, tabay, yan, deep well, ayan. Sa pagkatagal-tagal ninyo pagdidig, di ba? You will observe na merong ibang kulay na parang it's like mabaho na kulay red. It's like an iron or magnesium. So that is you already reached the highly weathered. Okay, you already reached the highly weathered soil horizon. So, makita nyo ibang kulay, it's reddish color. Okay, it's because of the high content of iron oxides. Okay, and also magnesium. Number 19, natural soil aggregates. So, what is the natural soil aggregates? That is PEDs. Okay, that is PEDs. Have you seen a PEDs? What is a PEDs? What is PEDs?
Clumps of soil, sir.
Ha?
Clumps of soil.
Soil
Clumps of
rin?
soil particles.
Okay. So, pag sinabi mong natural soil aggregates, pag sinabi mong aggregates, parang
Kiligsam
yung
sama.
maliit-liit ba? Yung maliit-liit. Ganon. Aggregates ang tawag dyan. Pag, ganito kasi ang term yan eh. Consolidated aggregates. Ganon. Consolidated aggregates. Consolidated meaning pinagsama mo yung mga maliit-liit. Yung mga maliliit-liit, ang tawag doon ay aggregates. Okay? Aggregates, maliit-liit. Consolidated, pinagsama-sama. So yung mga maliliit na aggregates, yung mga maliit-liit na soil, ang tawag doon ay PEDs. Okay? So you are going to combine it. Ang tawag doon is consolidated aggregates. Kuha? Ganun yon. Hindi ni-explain ni Ma'am Hazel sa inyo mabuti.
Bound together.
Oo. Get together tayo.
Bond together.
We are bond naman together, di ba? Woo! Yun. Number 20. Bakit nag-update yung aking ano? Number 20. Many soil properties, characteristics are affected by soil structure. So the correct answer here is
Same lang pala yung ano. Choices mo, sir. A, B, C, D.
ay sorry. It should be A, B, C, D, E. Sige lang, i-check ko lang mamaya kung saan yung tamang sagot dyan. So number 20, the correct answer is letter this one. Saan ba yun? This one. That should be letter B.
Is the best soil
Okay.
structure.
Crumb is the best soil structure that most crops prefer. Ano yung crumb? Yung crumb, siya yung less sand, less clay, it has higher silt. Okay? Less sand, less clay, greater silt. Yan ang crumb. Best soil structure that most crops prefer. Mas gusto-gusto nila yan. Yun. So that's the correct answer. Number 21. Which of the following is not a soil structure? The correct answer here is silt. Because silt is soil texture. Okay? Number 22, type of soil structure that is best for growing upland crops. That is crumb. Okay? What is upland crops? Can you give me example of upland crops? Can you give me an example of upland crops? Hello. Uy.
Corn, sir.
Ha?
Corn.
Fern?
Mais.
Corn. Okay. Very good. Mais, pwede. Ano pa?
Beans.
Ha?
Beans.
Ang pagkarinig ko kanina kay si Ma'am no, porn.
Kasaba.
Beans, pwede. Cassava, pwede. Ano pa?
Sorghum.
Sorghum. Parang ang daming sorghum dyan sa inyo, ha?
Ibang bansa man yan, sir, di ba?
Next, let's go now to number 23. Soil aggregation is affected by several factors. Always remember that it is letter E. Liming can promote soil aggregation. So what is the purpose of liming? Sinabi ba doon ni ma'am yung liming purposes? Ay, hindi ata. Sa soil chemical na pala yan nasasama. Kasi liming is composed of, it is composed of chemical components. So, it really affected the, chemical
Calcium,
components
magnesium.
in the soil. It can change the potential hydrogen, the pH. That is why we put lime pag example acid ang isa acidic yung isang acidic yung isang soil, so we put lime. So and then to neutralize the potential hydrogen. Pero there is specific ratio on that kasi hindi naman pwedeng lahat na lang kasi lagyan mo ng lime. Ibubuhos mo talaga lahat ng lime doon para mawala yung acidity. No. Kasi pag nasobraan din sa liming, it will greatly affect the soil and it becomes more acidic. Ganun ang mangyari. So dapat it has only ratio. Konting lime lang ang ilalagay. No. So what is the formula for liming? What is the chemical formula? It is calcium tricarbonate. It's calcium tricarbonate. It's
Kakote. Tama ba?
CaCO3. So that
CO3.
is lime. Okay? That is calcium tricarbonate. Yan. That is the chemical formula, element. Yan. So, letter E. Number 24. Aggregation or granulation of the primary soil particles may result to, the correct answer is letter C, reduction of ponding of water on the soil surface. What do you mean by reduction of ponding of water? What is ponding of water? What is ponding of water?
Pag ano siguro yan, sir? Pagtigil. Tama ba? Kasi pag sabing reduction, parang ano yan, pagbawas ng ano, reducing, ganyan, decreasing.
Yung word is aggregation of or granulation of the primary soil particles may result to reduction of ponding of water on the soil surface. Pag sinabi mong aggregation or granulation, pag the word granulation, ibig sabihin nagbuo-buo. Meron kasing soils na nagbubuo-buo, right? Nagbubuo-buo. So, bubuo-buo siya, parang gagawa na siya into soil, into rocks. O, ganun. So, ang nangyari ngayon, nagkakaroon ng reduction on the ponding of water. What do you mean by ponding of water? Yung pag-stack ng water ba? Yung ponds, fish pond, di ba? The fish pond, kaya tinawag siya ng fish pond because the water is stuck in the pond. Yun. So, in the box, pond box. So, ganun yan. Ponding of water, meaning, yung nagsistuck yung water ba doon sa taas. So, it reduction the ponding of water. So, therefore, there is a highly drainage happening when the primary soil particles is aggregated and granulation. Yung malaki-laki ba yung ganun, yung soil particles, no? So there is a reduction of ponding of water. So madali yung drainage. So reduction, hindi siya nag-stuck yung water. Okay? Number 25, formation of soil aggregates is favored in soils with. The correct answer here is letter C. It has high organic matter content. No, it has high organic matter content. So formation of soil aggregates is favored in soils with high organic matter content. Okay. Number 26, soil structure is an important physical property of soil. So soil structure is an important physical property of soil, and that is letter C. Okay? It has good soil structure, favors microbial activities. Okay? So it favors the microbial activities. What are those microbial activities? Microorganisms activities, right? Number 27 refers to the feel of the soil and how it behaves when manipulated. The correct answer is letter A, soil consistency. Okay? It's soil consistency. It talks about how you feel the soil, how it behaves, and how it manipulated the soil. Okay? So that is soil consistency. Number 28, the correct answer is soil grown to corn is best cultivated when soil consistency is sa corn. Anong klaseng soil type? No, it is
Friable.
friable. Okay? We have letter B. Okay, friable. Number 29. Ano yung friable? It has, actually, pag sinabi mong friable, no, it has less sand particles, less silt particles, and it has a high clay particles. Bakit? Kasi upland yun eh. It's an upland soil. So para at least founded talaga, may foundation yung corn stalk. Okay? And we have number 29. The correct answer for here, lowland soil is prepared to have a soil's consistency of viscous. So example of lowland crops is
Rice.
Dalawang klase ang rice.
Lowland rice.
Lowland rice. Yon. So we have lowland rice, no, used as viscous. Meaning, pag sinabi mong viscous, it has more clay soil. Kasi nga, oo. And then, kasi nag-iiba yan eh. Pag nagkakaroon kasi ng water management, nag-iiba yung type ng water kasi wetty siya. Okay? Nawawala yung sandy soil doon na parang natatransported. Okay? Including the silt soil. So there's a lot of clay soil in order to maintain the water level. That is what we call pond. Yun. Number 30, the consistency form of a soil when dry, that is letter A, harsh consistency. Okay? Pag harsh consistency, the soil is dry. No, there is a higher drainage happening. Number 31, the correct answer is a soil is suitable for pot making. Are you familiar with pot making? Even its plasticity index is greater than 17. Yung ginagamitan ba gumawa ng banga? Banga ba yun? It is by the use of clay or plasticity index, no? Paggawa, pot making, yung mag-ikot-ikot, tapos ganun-ganun, Ganun. So, it is greater in 17 plasticity index. Yun ang higher sa clay soil. Number 32, property of water which causes it to behave as if its surface were covered with a stretched elastic membrane. So that is surface tension. Tinakil ba ni ma'am sa inyong surface tension? Mas maganda kasi ito itakil pag meron talaga siyang slides na gano'n. So itatakil ko din yan yung surface tension. We have number 33. Soil densities and porosities are affected by soil texture and soil structure. So the correct answer here is letter B. So soil densities and porosities are affected by texture and soil structure. It is by soil compaction increases, bulk density. Okay, it is the soil compaction increases bulk density. So that is soil densities and porosities are affected by soil texture and soil structure, which is the soil compaction increases bulk density. What do you mean by that? Soil compaction increases bulk density.
Ano, sir? Pagka masyadong compacted, sir, mas mataas yung bulk density ng soil.
Correct. Tapos mas mabigat din siya, di ba? Pag compacted,
Yes, sir.
mabigat siya. Okay? So we have number 34, soil densities and porosities are affected by soil texture and soil structures. The correct answer here is letter C. Okay? Soil aggregation improves porosity. What is soil aggregation? Nga sabi ko sa inyo yung maliit-liit na ganon. So, nagkakaroon din ng mga increasing of porosity doon. So, pagdaanan ng soil edge at soil water. So, correct yan. That's the correct answer, letter C. Number 35, the bulk density value of an ideal or optimal soil is,
C.
yan talaga yung standard ha, letter C, 1.33 grams per centimeter cube. So, yan ang ilagay nyo sa utak ninyo ha, 1.33. Yan, lagay yan sa utak ninyo. Okay? Hindi yan nawawala, yan talaga yung standard. Lumalabas din yan sa board exam eh. Yan ang ideal for bulk density value. Okay? Iba din yung 1.25. Iba din yan. So, 1.33 ha. Huwag kalimutan. Number 36, bulk density is affected by several factors. The correct answer here is letter B. Bulk density increases with soil compaction. No? Sige, sabi kanina ni Sir Jason, pag compacted ang soil, there's also increase in the bulk density. No? Parang kailangan nyo lang talaga i-analyze mabuti yung question. Actually, hindi naman siya talaga sa question, sa choices siya. Talaga nagmamatter. Okay? Number 37. Low bulk density value implies that the soil has, the correct answer here is letter B. It has
High
high
porosity.
percentage of porosity. No, it has high percentage of porosity. Porosity ba ang PS?
Yes, sir.
Porosity. Number 38, bulk density is affected by several factors. The correct answer for number 38, it's letter A. Bulk density decreases with increasing organic matter content. Yun. Bababa ang bulk density, bababa siya, magdi-decrease siya pag nagkakaroon ng increase in organic matter content. Okay, so dapat ang mas mataas sa bulk density ay yung clayey. Okay, para compacted siya. Para mabigat din siya at the same time.
Mataas
Kasi
yung
yung
porosity.
Yes, mataas din yung porosity dapat kasi clayey yun eh. Number 39, bulk density is a good indicator of soil degradation. The correct answer for number 39 is letter B. Increasing bulk density indicates deteriorating soil physical condition. Ano yung deteriorating?
Sisira.
Nasisira. Nag-iiba yung kulay, nag-iiba yung physical properties ng bulk ng soil. No, pag increasing in bulk density indicates deteriorating soil physical condition. Ibig sabihin, hindi na maganda. It is already an indicator na it is a good indicator na there is happening in the soil already, physical condition. Pag nag-deteriorate, meaning nag-iiba yung kulay, it may be nagkakaroon na ng mga bacteria because of the compacted of the soil that becomes increasing the bulk density. Ngayon. So we have number 40. Particle density is a stable soil property. Most agricultural soils would have particle densities close to this value. The correct answer is 2.66 gram per centimeter cube. Ilalagay niyo sa isipan niyo ha. Most agricultural soil would have particle densities close to this value. Ibig sabihin, yun yung standard niya na close to the value, yung particle density niya. Okay?
2.65, sir.
PD, this is 2.65 or 2.66. Closely naman yun. Okay? Actually, it's 2.65. Ano yan siya, Jay? 2.657.
Apo, sir. Yung nabasa.
Yung proper talaga niyan is 2.657. Kaya pag i-convert mo siya, it's 2.66.
Sir.
Yan. Number 41, the particle density is affected by factors. The correct answer is letter C. No? The particle density of soils with high organic matter content is low. No, the particle density, no, pag sabi mong density yung bigat niya, okay? soils with pag may high organic matter yung soils, no, yung particle density niya is mababa, content niya is low, hindi siya mabigat masyado.
Decrease.
Kasi because of the organic matter. Okay? Number 42, the particle density is affected by some factors. The correct answer for number 42 is addition of organic matter. Kasi magaan kasing organic matter. Okay? So, tapos malaki din yung space na na-occupy ng organic matter, pero magaan siya. So, when the addition of organic matter happens, so it will really greatly affect the particle density. Okay? Number 43, the correct answer here is letter A. Okay? The particle density is affected by some factors. Particle density does not change with poor soil cultivation practices. Okay? So that is the correct answer. Particle density does not change with poor soil cultivation practices. Number 43. Number 44. Okay, the question is, a soil with bulk density of 1.35 grams per centimeter cube and a particle density of 2.6 grams per centimeter cube has a solid fraction of, what do you think is the correct answer here?
B.
The correct answer is letter C, 52%.
Mali pala
Ano ba
ako.
nakuha yung 52%? So we have, so that is already 2 point, okay, and then, ang dali. Kasi that is, ano eh, 0.35. Ay, mali. That is 1.35. Okay. So the computation here is 1.35 divided by 2.6 is equals to 0.519. So since it is percentage, i-times ninyo sa 100, it will give you 51.9. So i-convert nyo, that is 52. Okay, i-divide nyo lang to, 1.35 divided by 2.6 and then times 100, and it will give you 52%. Okay? Number 45, a soil with bulk density of 1.35 gram per centimeter cube and a particle density of 2.6 gram per centimeter cube has a porosity of, the correct answer here is 48. How did you come up with the 48? How did you come up with the 48? A soil bulk density of 1.35, ang tinatanong dito, has a porosity of. So what is the formula of porosity? So it has 48%. Okay? So what is the formula of porosity? Who can give me an idea? What is the formula of porosity?
Porosity, sir, yung pore spaces niya is 1 minus close parenthesis ng bulk density tsaka particle density, then nakuha mo yun ng difference nun, then multiply by 100 to get the percentage of porosity.
So ilagay natin, so may 1 doon, no? So yung minus natin yung bulk density or particle density? Wala.
Sir, divide mo na yun, sir, yung bulk density then particle density.
Okay, so 1.35 divided by 2.6. Okay, and then
Minus
minus.
1 minus the answer ng
Okay.
ng bulk density.
Okay, so that is 0.52. So 1 minus 0.52.
48.
That will give you 48.
48.
So times 100, that will give you 48%.
Tama, sir.
Ganyan yung mga solving sa board exam sa soils.
Sir, kasi yung 44 kasi, sir, putol kasi dito sa may namin. Di ba, naka-style PDF siya.
Hmm.
Yung
Putol.
number 44. Kaya hindi ko kung ano yung tanong dun sa has a solid of what, ano yun.
Fraction.
Kaya ang sagot ko parehas eh. Kasi same lang naman sila ng given.
Okay. So, ayun. Merong ganyan sa board exam na mga malilito kayo. Fraction yan. That is a fraction of.
Hmm.
Solid fraction of.
Kaya hindi ko malaman kung anong hinahanap niya. Kung
Number
porosity
46. Okay. Void ratio is the ratio of the volume of voids or pore spaces to the volume of solids. The correct answer is letter C. A void ratio of greater than 1 indicates that the soil is porous. Nag-lecture ba sa inyo siya ng void ratio? Hindi, no?
Wala, sir.
Okay, sige. Ako na lang mag-explain yan. Dami kasi hindi na-explain naman dito. Number 47. A void ratio of a soil greater than 1 would imply that lesser solid than pore space volume. Lesser solid, ibig sabihin lesser yung solid particles than pore space volume. Number 48, the correct answer is letter B. O yung mga void, ako na bahala dun soil is compact. Pag 1, less than 1, the soil is compact. Ako na bahala mag-explain yan. Hindi siya nag-explain sa inyo. Kulang talaga explanation niya. We have number 49. Kita nyo na. Pag top notch ang magturo sa inyo, hindi lahat nabibigay. Kasi, ayun naman nilang mag-share talaga ng knowledge. Hindi lahat na nadidiscuss sa inyo. Ganon. Tsaka minsan hindi pa na-approach. Yun. We have number 49, pore spaces that function for the air and water movement. The correct answer here is coarse pore spaces. Okay? Pore spaces that function for the air and water movement, it is core pore spaces. So pag coarse, yung type ng characteristics ng isang soil, no? Nagkakaroon ng pore spaces. Ano yung pore spaces? Yung pore ba? Daanan ng air and water. Number 50. The question is, pore size distribution affects movement and retention of water and air in the soil with a macro pores. What do you mean by macro pores? Do not retain water. Ano ibig sabihin ng macropores? Macropores do not retain water. Example ng soil. Anong soil itong may macropores?
Parang drainage ata yan, sir. Labasan na lang po.
Macropores do not retain water. What type of soil? Ano yan? Pag may mga macropores, malalaking pores, ibig sabihin mas madaling magkaroon ng drainage. No? Magkaroon ng drainage. So yung water, hindi nagsa-stop. Hindi nagkakaroon ng retain sa water. So example of this type of soil is sand. 'Di ba yung sand is highly drainage. Pag nilagay mo ng water, bigla-biglang babagsak. So wala nang water agad. So that is macropores. Number 51. Sabi dito, pore distribution affects movement and retention of water and air in the soil. So the correct answer here is letter B. Macropores are important in drainage. Yung sinabi ko kanina sa inyo, and root respiration. Bakit root respiration? Kasi pag magkaroon ng malalaking-laking pores, may daanan yung roots, makakahinga yung roots at makakadaan siya doon sa mga pores. Okay? Number 52. Desirable pore size distribution for crop production is 1, where the correct answer is letter D. The total porosity is comprised of more or less equal proportion of the classes of pore spaces. I-discuss ko lang yan sa inyo more ha, kasi feeling ko talaga hindi nyo masyadong naintindihan yung discussion ni ma'am. Feeling ko lang. Kasi parang iba yung mukha nyo ngayon. Number 53. refers to the feel of the soil and how it behaves. Sinabi nga kanina, nulit ang question, that is consistency. Number 54, calculate the volumetric water content of the soil. So if it is fresh weight, okay, so the correct answer here is letter D. Okay, mag-explain ako more about this one and then meron tayong practice test na computation. Okay, may practice test tayo. Nagbigay ba sa inyo ng practice test si ma'am?
Wala, sir.
Okay, so magbibigay ako ng practice test sa inyo ng
Na-discuss niya lang pero hindi nagbigay ng ano.
Okay, sige. May na-prepare ako na practice test nito noon. So, gagawin natin yan ngayon. So, gawa na lang natin ng ganito. And then, sa Tuesday, ito yung explanation ko sa Tuesday. Ang in-explain sa inyo ni ma'am is yung concept of soil, soil genesis, at saka physical properties. Sa Tuesday at saka Thursday, magdi-discuss ako yung ano ang diniscuss ni Ma'am Hazel para mas maintindihan ninyo mabuti, ha? Number 55, the correct answer is letter C.
100.
Okay? Number 56, the correct answer is letter C. Number 57, the correct answer is
B.
B,
1/3.
1/3 bar. Okay? Number 58, the correct answer is letter C, upper limit of available water is filled capacity. Number 59, the correct answer is D, lower limit of available water is permanent wilting point. Number 60, the correct answer is letter B, filled capacity minus permanent wilting point. Number 61, the correct answer is A, saturation or maximum water holding capacity. Number 62, the correct answer is C.
C.
Number 63, the correct answer is D, hygroscopic coefficient. Lumabas yan sa board exam.
Siya pala yung air dry.
Yeah, siya yun. Ano ko sa inyo, topic ko lang sa inyo yan. We have 64, we have, the answer is letter B, 300 grams. Number 65, the correct answer here is letter A. Okay? Number 66, the correct answer is letter C, 25%. Number 67, the correct answer is letter C. Okay? Etong mga binigay ko na na practice test sa inyo, post-test about this one, mga computation, yan ang gagawin kong example when we reach physical properties, ha? Kasi isa sa mga computation yan ay lalabas sa board exam, copy-paste na tanong. Copy-paste na tanong. Isa dyan sa mga computation na yan, 100% lalabas yan. Isa sa kanila. Okay? We have number 68. The correct answer is letter B, 20%. Number 69, the correct answer is soil water characteristic curve. Okay, letter B. Number 70, the correct answer is si Darcy, letter C. Number 71, the correct answer is letter B, higher to lower total soil water potential. 72, the correct answer is letter A, lower to higher soil water suction. 73, letter C, medium pores act of the storage available water. 74, it's letter B, available water. 75, the correct answer is letter A. 76, the correct answer is 10%. Letter B. 77, the correct answer is letter C. 78, the correct answer is letter C. 13 to 38 degrees Celsius. 79, the correct answer is letter A. 80, the correct answer is letter B, soil texture. Okay? 81, the correct answer is
C.
C, pedology. 82, the correct answer is
A.
regulate. A. 83, the correct answer is D, polypedon. 84, the correct answer is
C.
C, mineral water. 85, the correct answer is
C again.
C, mineral matter. 86, the correct answer is D, organic matter. 87, the correct answer is letter D, none of the above. 88, the correct answer is B, soil, water. 89, the correct answer is A, soil, air. 90, which of the following is correct? The correct answer here is letter A. Okay? 91, the correct answer is letter A, igneous rocks. 92, the correct answer is fine
Aphanetic.
texture, that is
Aphanetic.
aphanetic, letter C. 93, the correct answer is letter B, metamorphic. 94, sino yung nag-chat? Wala. 94, the correct answer here is
Foliation.
foliation. Okay? 95, the correct answer here is
Halides.
halides. 96, the correct answer here is
Silicates.
silicates. D. 97, the correct answer here is chelation.
Chelation.
That is chelation. Okay, letter D. Number 98, the correct answer here is
Dokuche.
Dokachiv. VV or Vovo si Dokachiv.
Dokuche.
Number 99, zone of accumulation clays. Horizon. B. Letter D. Number 100, unconsolidated parent material. Horizon. C. That is horizon C. Yan. Who got perfect? Class, much better pag i-discuss ko sa inyo yan talaga mabuti kasi i-discuss ko sa inyo mabuti yan kasi feeling ko hindi talaga ninyo masyadong naintindihan si ma'am siguro. Ayun. Feeling ko lang ha. Ayun. Hindi kasi masyadong ano eh. Kahit ako nakikinig doon sa video recorded niya. Parang hindi ako satisfied kasi parang binasa lang yung slides. Mahirap talaga maintindihan yun agad-agad. Lalo na yung mga slow learner, they cannot understand it directly. Like, ganun pala yun. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Ganon. So, Jason got 70 over 100. How about the others? Erica Joy got 62. Okay. Who else? Justine got 70. Okay. Very good. Eric, Gemaline, what is your score? Eric, Gemaline, what is your score? 61. Eric, Gemaline. Alkisar, what is your score? Brian. Si Ma'am Gemma, nagka-count pa ba? Brian got 53. Good. Kasi kung naintindihan nyo si ma'am, umabot na sana kayo ng 80, 85, ganun. So, wala namang hindi naman siya na pero na-explain siguro masyado, yun. Umabot talaga kayo ng 80 kung naintindihan nyo yun. Na-observe nyo ba? Like, nagbabasa lang siya. Honestly, actually, parang ka na nagbabasa lang siya na slides.
Lalo sa computation, sir. Dire-diretso na yun.
Binabasa niya lang, no?
Oo. Hindi niya
Alright. Hindi niya
na-explain.
ina-emphasize. Sabi nga ng estudyante ko, sir, mas maganda ikaw na lang mag-discuss.
Oo nga, sir. Mas better pag ikaw mas better ka ba, sir? Joke lang.
Mas better ako sa'yo. Ayan. So, very good naman lahat kasi hindi kayo bumaba sa 50. I'm afraid baka bumaba kayo sa 50. So, konting hirot lang natin dyan. Maintindihan nyo agad. Kasi yung soil kasi yung magpapahila sa inyo into a higher, magpapahila sa inyo para pumasa kayo. Okay? Okay, class? Okay. So, alin doon yung topic na yun na hindi nyo masyadong maintindihan?
Bulk density sa akin, sir. Pero nung nakita ko yung mga question, okay naman na. Intindihan ko na.
Okay. Bulk
Sa
density.
buhay.